everyone, welcome to my channel today. It is that time of year to decorate for Christmas and I'm so excited. Every year generally use a theme. Some years I've done my decorations with a nautical twist, some kind of like your classic red, white, and green Christmas with uh, plaid or tartan ribbon. I've done a woodland glam tree that was with a forest green and um, champagne gold and some white, and that was really cute. I had like gold pine cones, and I had little woodland animals throughout the tree. That was really cute. But I've had a lot of different themes over the years, and I'm doing a whole new different theme this year. It's a throwback to retro, the 1950s. Now it's not going to be all 1950s. It's kind of be 1950s with a modern twist. So, because I'm just starting out with this theme, I've got to kind of build up some decorations and hunt for decorations that will go with it. I have some things that will go with it. So I'm all set there, but to enough to start. But if you're starting a new theme Christmas tree, sometimes you have to slowly build up to that. And anyway, I'm just like totally into that, and I've got some fun new curtains. And I always usually put the tree right in front of this window, and I've got some fun retro curtains. I think that will help pull things in a little bit. So let's get started. So what I do is I put in the bottom section and I've fluffed that out. Now I'm working on the middle section, and let me just show you what I do. Let's see, I'm trying to see. I started this last night, so I'm trying to see where, oh, right over here. So if you can see, you know what, I'm going to get a little close up. Give me a moment. So here I am getting closer up. And if you can see how these all looked, they're all fluffed up, but here's one over here in the middle. Or did I think I started on this one, yeah. And I just kind of moving them around a little bit. And I don't always make them perfectly straight or anything because a real tree isn't that way. But you can see how this one is all flat. So you're just going to basically just move those around. And you definitely want to, like this back one, if you can see that. I like to lift them up straight like that so that you're not seeing into the, the pole in the center of the tree. But, so, yeah, just going to flap that around. There's one. Here's another. So you can see it's a little time consuming, but it's well worth it to have a pretty tree, pretty fluffed out tree. And beside that, you want to have as much branch tips to put your ornaments. And that's something we'll talk about in a little bit about ratios with how much lights for how how many how big your tree, like, if you're having a 6-foot tree, 7-foot tree, 8-foot tree, 9-foot tree, there's is a ratio that just helps your tree to look nice for lights. How many lights per foot? I think um, most design recommendations are about 100 lights per foot. Or is that 100 lights per foot? Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to go ahead and fluff that out, and I'll come back because it will probably be pretty boring for you to watch me fluff out this whole tree. So we'll see you in a few. All right, I've been fluffing it, and this is the bottom and the middle layer, and I think it looks pretty good. Let me just take my camera and scan around. I mean, I know you can see some holes in there, but once we put the ornaments on and all the decorations. Um, we won't notice those so much. I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? Yep, so let's put that top on. Let me see where I can stand this, where we can get a good shot of it. Sorry for the bobble there. All right, so that's what we're going to be focusing on. So give me a second. I'm going to run and get that. I think I'll walk. I won't run. Ugh. All right. Let's get this middle part in here. Oh, this is a little different, so I got to take a look at this. I think I have to take the cap off. Yeah, because so this is really cool because this is the LED lights and it's got the music. See how it's set up in there? And that kind of plugs into that top. So let's see. And there's two arrows together. So there we go. And then see how it just falls down. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start. The fluffing begins. Oh, I'm getting excited. Let me all know if you're doing a special theme tree. If you do theme trees, I mean, a lot of people can't be bothered, but I love to create beautiful things and just gives me another outlet to do some fun changes. I love to change it up and I love color. I love the variety of color. So I like to not have the same thing because I want to experiment with all the different colors and the color combinations. Oh, I got my back to you. So see, I'm just going through and I really try to stay in one row at a time. But once you get toward the top, the branches are a lot shorter, so it's a little bit easier to work with. So I'm just going through here with you so we get in the shot. And what I do is I go ahead and fluff and then I stand back and see how I'm doing there. And let's do this section and we'll come back in a moment. Yeah, I thought I'd come back in this section a little bit. Yeah, so like I was saying, I love doing different colors. One year when I had my first grandchild, that Christmas, and they actually, my daughter, her husband, and my granddaughter were all living with us at that time. And it was so fun. So I did a white tree with pink lights, and I had all kinds of pink ornaments. I'll have to look through my pictures and see if I can find it. So that was like many years ago because she's 15 years old now. But that was such fun. And then one year, if I find a picture, I'll post it. But one year, when we lived in Texas, and then at that time I had uh, three grandchildren, two girls and a boy, and so I decided to do like some of their favorite colors. So I did a white tree there again, which I love white trees. They're so much fun. I did a white tree with blue, purple, and pink lights, and I had blue, purple, and pink ornaments, and that was so pretty. So yeah, I'm starting to forget all the different theme trees I did. One time I did a purple and gold tree, and I on the top I had this purple to light lilac color tulle around the top part, so it looked like a cloud, and I rigged some little lights in there, so it looked like a cloud of glory. I was like, I think I called that theme Heaven Meeting Earth or something. So there's so much fun things. And so if you love to create, you totally get it, right? But there are many years when my kids were young, we did the basic, um, let the kids decorate, and that's part of the fun too. Some households will have like the family tree, and they'll put up another tree somewhere else. Mom's tree or dad's tree if he's the designer, So that's coming along smoothly. See, this part just moves along a lot faster. Like I said, I'm using those back branches to cover up the pole there in the middle. And I'll rearrange these a little because, sometimes these little tips you really want to rearrange a little bit different so you can get the maximum uh, ornament ratio here. Now, it's interesting because this one seems like there's much more of a gap in here, so we got to kind of work with that. Let's put it down like that there. So, yeah. So, I'll come back when we get a little further along. All right. I've totally fluffed out the tree. It's been more than an hour. That's because I've been doing other things, but it should take you no more than an hour if you just do it straight through. So I want to show you really cute my curtains. So this year, like I said, I'm doing the retro 1950s theme. And look at the cutest curtains I got. So I'm going to hang that up behind the tree. And I feel like that's going to really bring in a lot of retro vibes for us. So in a moment, we're going to light the tree and then decorate. I want to take a moment to just show you those curtains up close a little bit before I get the tree decorated. So now I thought about getting these for my sliding glass door to just tie that all together between the living room and the dining area. So, but anyway, I really think those are groovy. All right. You just think this is just a pretty little multicolored tree, but it does so much more. So now let me just explain a little bit. So I got this at Walmart. I had my eye on it the year prior. I got this last year. And this is like an Alpine style, and it's called the Alpine Symphony tree. And you can have the multicolored lights. You can have just clear lights, and it does different functions like twinkling or steady. And then it does this super light show, goes through a few Christmas songs. So I'm going to play that in a moment. So let me stand back. This is the first time of this season putting it on. So I'm excited. All right. You're ready? Is that pretty or what? Of course, the video is probably not anywhere like in person. And then if you can notice in back, I have put up my little retro curtains and I'll get a better view of that. Which I know the tree blocks it, most of it, but it still changes the vibe. So this plays a few songs. I'll go forward a little bit. Oh, I put it on the... There we go. So this just jazzes it up. It helps you not get bored of your tree. I just absolutely love this. Is that fun or what? Oh my gosh. Woo-hoo. All right, let me go on to the next one. I like that red, white, and blue. It's really... Really, really cool. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, and we'll go to the next one. There's a little bit of a 1950s vibe to it, right? All right, I'll go on to the next one. And this will be real pretty with, so my theme colors are red, white, and silver. Which the multicolor lights, it, um, it will be fine. But a lot of times I think it'll look more spectacular if I had the clear lights with those color ornaments and bulbs. Is that fun? Okay, next one. Babes in Toyland. All right, and then I think that was the last one. I'm not sure. Let's try. Yep, that was the last one. So let me just show you the different features. I can do it without the sound because there's only so many times you want to hear that, and it still be special. So that's so pretty. But then I can just keep it on the white and white twinkle. Color, color twinkle, and then off. So anyways, we'll stop here for a minute. Let me get my ornaments ready and we're going to decorate this tree. All right, so I'm starting to pull my stuff out, and it's always a big mess before it gets better, but I'm deciding if I want to put all my red ornaments up first or white. I think I have evenly amount of both, but I think I will start with the white. So let me just get a little closer of what I've got here. So I'm going to put some of the bigger ones first. I got the, can you see it? Yeah. I got these this year at Hobby Lobby, and I was planning on putting something in there like a glossy. If you remember your mom's or your grandma's having some old ornaments, there was ones called the Shiny Bright. I loved how they had like black snow, kind of like these ones down here, like a flocked glitter. A lot of times seeing the striped ones. See how they have the green and white and the red and white. I remember that kind of style a lot growing up, and there was of course a lot of little glass bells. And I'm gonna plan to go to some antique stores and see what they have. So, and I'll slowly build up some retro. I got a bunch of red bulbs in there, which are like a medium size. So anyway, I think I'll start. I've got more over here in this tote. Let me undo that and show you what I got in here. So when I store up my things, I try to put like mine in, and I had to pull out. Like I keep all my reds in one tote, all the whites in another. silver and gold and another. But so I've got these glass ornaments. These are an older ornament, so I'll use those. And these are a little bit more modern, but I think it still goes with the theme of the tree. So and then I've got these are medium size white. So I think I'll start with that, and we'll see when I come across. Oh, I have some older ornaments. I'll take a look at that. And then I've got tinsel, because this year we're going to do tinsel. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, I'm ready to start putting some ornaments on. I had to look for my hooks. I have so much stuff out that it was hard to find them. But I also use the hooks, and then I use pipe cleaners also, because then you can tie those onto your branches. So let's just go ahead and start with some white. I'm going to go deeper into the tree, about midway through, and I'm going to put that bigger, and I'm going to use my pipe cleaner to attach that to the branch. Let's see. And I'm always standing back. Yeah, like that. So go ahead with these bigger ones. Get those in here. Let's see. I might have to try not to tie it tight too much the first one, because you might want to change it and kind of step back and see if you like it. Yep, you can't pretty much see it from there. I probably should get a little closer. See how I've got it deep back in there? That will give you more depth to your tree and more interest for the light to be sparkling on the ornaments on the inner part of the tree, instead of, you won't see all those little holes. And so let's get going. I think I'm gonna like these pipe cleaners. I tried some with the metal hooks, but you don't get as much flexibility with those. So let's go down here. All right. That's why it takes so long to decorate the tree, because you got to decide where you want everything. And you can also use the tree branches to wrap around there also. I like to save my tree a little bit, so I like the pipe cleaner. But you could do both, and a lot of people do. All right, so let's get all those white ornaments, and we'll be back. All right, I've got a lot of the white and some of the silver in deeper into the tree, and now I'm starting to get a little bit of red in there. And these are some of the sparkly reds that I got in there. Isn't that pretty how the light reflects off of there? But I wanted to take a moment and show you some of these older. So here's some older ornaments. I don't know if they're quite 1950s, but I've had them for, oh my gosh, 30 years or so. And then my mom had them. So, you know, and they look great on the, I love the sparkle of them, and I love the feel it gives. So we're going to continue on and start putting more red on. All right, the tree is coming along. I've got almost all my red ornaments on there. Well, I have, let's put it this way, I have all my red bulbs. I have some different ornaments. I wanted to get a close up and just let you get a good look of all the different individual. And then that one up there, those are more of a authentic retro style. I've had those for a long time and I've kind of seen their wear, but I thought it is so appropriate for this tree. And these are those ones, I can remember the bigger ones. I think they were called Shiny Bright or something like that. They would say Silent Night. Who remembers those? So let's just comb down here. And you can see I do put the ornaments in deep into the tree so that you have a depth and extra sparkle. So maybe just back up a little bit. And there's my cool retro curtains in the back. I'm trying to get that too. So tomorrow I'll probably finish it up. I've got tinsel instead of ribbon, instead of bows. We're gonna go with tinsel. I haven't used that in years, so that ought to be fun for a change. So it's coming along. All right, so this is the progress I made so far. It's coming along. I've got a bunch of white and red. I've got some of my other ornaments besides the bulbs, and I'll get a close up. I do have some older pieces on here, so I like to stand back and take a look where I feel I'm lacking. So I'm probably going to fill in some more silver because I wanted silver, white, and red. And if you notice the bigger bulbs, how I put them in the back, and I still have a lot of holes, but the thing is, I'm on a 1950s tree, they had most of their ornaments, bulbs, more on the edges. I didn't want to quite go there yet. And a lot of their trees, they had the same color bulbs. Now there's some that had uh, little extra ornaments, like some wooden ornaments or some really tiny little glass bulbs. And I don't have that, so I'm doing something a little bit different. And I wouldn't consider this authentic retro either because I'm putting a modern twist on it. One of the things that was classic for a 1950s tree was the bubble lights or those candle lights. And I decided not to do that because really like my newer tree, it's only 2 years old, and I didn't want to bog it down with that. But maybe in a couple of years, I'll change it up. I'm definitely going to do this style again. I really like it so far. So this is what it looks like. Um, Actually, let me put the lights on right now, and then we'll cut away and I'll have it closer to being done because I still have the tinsel to put on. So let me get that. So bear with me. I want to get to the clear lights. Okay, so here's the color lights. Pretty. So here's the clear, the straight on lights, and it makes a huge difference, which I don't know on the video if you can see all the different ornaments and the bulbs as well. But in person, it's real pretty. So it is coming along. I like it. And here's with the white twinkle light. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, I wanted to show you a couple of older ornaments that I did have. I'm at the final almost the final. I just gotta put the tinsel on in these last little few. So I had these cute little old wooden ornaments. They kind of seen better days, but I've tried to take good care of them. This one lost his little snowball, but I got another old, and I'll probably just place him because some of the string broke and I haven't fixed those yet. Probably a way to fix those, but anyway. And then this little cute penguin. I'll put these smaller things up near the top. And let's see. Then I had this old little plastic birdie, which when you look at stuff like that is really um, on the 1950s tree. I would almost say it's a little bit on the gaudy side, but it kind of goes with the theme. So we're going to do it. And then I got a bunch of little different size red cardinals I'll just put on those top branches. And then these ones are pretty old. Actually, this one is falling apart. I need to glue it. But I've got a couple other ones. So I don't know how many of you have seen these old, and I'll have to check when they date, how far back they date, but at least I'm sure it's the 60s, but I'll double check that. But I thought this would definitely go with that. I need to put a different hook on there, but they're basically like a little, I don't know, shadow box or little birdie in a birdhouse. So they've got the gold on the back and the silver inside, and it reflects the little image inside. And then one other one that's, I know this one's really old, is this little, I don't know if you want to call her a mama or what, but she's got her kerchief. And just look at the style of that. If anybody is familiar with that type of style of Christmas ornament, please put in the comments if you know the date for those. That's another one I didn't look up, but I know it is a way older one. My mom had that and then gave me some of the little ones. So I know it's at least probably 50 years old, but I think it's way older than that. So anyway, we're going to go on to put in the tinsel on, and let me get that out. All right, so here is the pre-tinsel. It's all pretty much done. Now we're going to just do the tinsel. I haven't done tinsel in so long, so I don't want it to be gaudy over. I know I looked at some pictures and some overdue and some of them are sparingly. So we'll see. I think I'll get a happy medium. But I'm going to use mostly this thicker weight tinsel. If I run out, I do have some like thinner strands, and just go to town. I think this is going to give it more of a 50s feel. So we'll see you when it's done. All right, this is the finished tree with all the ornaments and the tinsel, and I'm really loving it. I haven't done tinsel in years, and I think I put the right amount. My husband and I were debating. He likes the more on it, and I kind of would have liked a little less. So I think we're actually at a happy medium. um, so what do you think? I love it. So let me get a little close up on without getting too blurry and wobbly. So like I said, I had some of these older ornaments. I just want to give you a close up of, there's that little plastic velour birdie. And here's that little wooden ornament that's pretty old. Now these snowflakes, ooh, that's a little blurry. And then I had these silver ones in the back. Those ones are a lot older too. Um, I don't know the date on there, but they're pretty old. Definitely over 30 years. So, and then we've got this little birdie. And that's an older ornament, but let me just scan the tree. So I said I have some newer ornaments and just regular shiny bulbs, some matted red bulbs. But let's see if I can back up a little bit. Those red starbursts are newer, but I thought it goes with the atomic star. You know, there's little starbursts in the mid-century modern type of ornaments, and that's what I went with these silver stars too, which let's see if I can get a better look at one. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to really building on this style. I'm going to be on the hunt for the shiny bright ornaments, and I remember as a kid, then let me just show you the underneath the tree. I got some old-fashioned teddy bear tins and bags, and got an old train under there, which it's not on the track because I couldn't find the track. You would think it'd be in the same box with the train, but I put the tracks in a different box and I couldn't find them. So, but I thought that definitely gave it a retro feel to have that in there. And like I said, I remember as a kid, um, a lot of bells, um, glass ornaments, and I remember those really. And I did look it up. It is the shiny bright ornaments, and they had different glitter, uh, like churches or houses or stripes, and some of them are just plain glass. But anyway, yeah, that's my tree this year, and I'll have the. I'm not going to show you my mantle yet because I don't have that done. But we're going to work on a garland for the mantelpiece. I have some old Christmas cards, and I'm going to do some a garland with pom-poms, old Christmas cards, and jingle bells. Maybe some little pine cones. I haven't decided on that yet, but join me for that video, do it yourself, and hope to do at least one wreath, maybe a couple wreaths. And of course, we're going to do some cooking for special breakfast, special dinners, special desserts for Christmas. And then I have also another special with another tree to decor. So I'll leave that for a surprise, but it was a lot of fun decorating this, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to do a theme and a theme tree and a theme decor. For your Christmas this year. Let the festivities begin. So I thought I'd do one last view. Of course, you gotta have a nighttime view because the tree has a whole different look right at nighttime. And I thought I would show you the different light uh, light features I had with it all decorated. So, of course, these are the clear uh, white lights. So we're going to go on to the twinkle, and hopefully we have a good shot when the video plays back. But yeah, that's the twinkle. And then I'll just move the camera a little bit. And then we have the full color. And let me know which one that you like the best. I like them all. Every night I do it differently. And then here's the twinkle color lights. And if you notice, I don't have a tree topper because this is a 7.5 foot tree. And that little part of my ceiling is only 8 feet. And if I moved it up, I have a little bit of a peak ceiling, but it's just a certain portion and there's not a good place to put the tree. So there's the twinkle colored. And then let's go on to, oh, there's off. Which, see, it has a lot of sparkle with the tinsel. That's what I like about the tinsel. And that's the multicolored twinkle, but that's with the this is without the music. This is the different yeah, I want to say it's not light, well, it's a light feature, but it's a certain program. And let me put the music a little bit with that. Oh, hold on. I think I had to go on to this. Yeah. So that's with the music to do the different features. The light show, I guess. The light and music show. Oops, didn't mean to keep doing that. Anyway, so those are the different features. Which one do you like the best? All right. This time it's this is the final shot of it, but happy tree trimming